Aloha! Welcome back to another Explorer video here with me, Arne Schmidt. We are trying out Phoenix, but Phoenix with a little bit of a twist. Instead of red, we are playing black. This deck has been popularized in recent months. I'm not exactly sure when it sort of burst onto the scene. But yeah, it's a pretty neat idea. I think since, I guess, Ixalan with Bitter Triumph, the deck really picked up because it now has a lightning axe type of removal slash discard outlet for your phoenixes, which is pretty nice. And what does black also give you? It gives you two of the best 1-mana cards in the format, which work very well when you try to cast free spells in a turn to return Arclight Phoenix. Work very well with Ledger Shredder, lots of cheap spells. So black just naturally fits quite well with the rest of the Phoenix deck, right? Lots of cheap spells, fills up Treasure Cruise. Red Phoenix, let's call it that, or blue-red Phoenix is very similar to this deck. I mean, you play Impulse and Lightning Axe. Instead of Bitter Triumph, I guess you have some sort of more card advantage, maybe some one-offs like Spell Pierce in the main deck. We see a lot. We see like maybe one Izzet Charm. Is that even legal in Explorer? I don't even know. Is it? Let me check real quick. But yeah, we see like Brazen Borer. Okay, it is legal. It just got added, I suppose, in it got added maybe 6 months ago or something. I don't know. It definitely wasn't legal for quite a while. That I do remember. Anyways, yeah, so it's just a different type of deck. We play two Sheoldred, which, yeah, just go very well with Treasure Cruise Opt and Consider, and also Ledger Shredder, draws a card, so you can gain a bunch of life, which stabilizes you against anybody. Of course, Sheoldred is also a removal magnet. Trading this for a Lightning Axe or a Fatal Push won't be particularly exciting, so I, might board the Sheoldred out. You don't even have to run it in the main deck, I think. It's not an integral part of the deck. But yeah, it's just a powerful card with lots of card draw spells. Going Sheoldred into Treasure Cruise, gain 6. It's just an amazing stabilizing effect. And that's why I'm going to run them for now. Play 2 Steam Vents for the Arclight Phoenix Hardcast. Happens quite a lot, so that is a downside, that you do not have red mana that easily available here. Because if you've played Phoenix in the past, normal Phoenix, you cast Arclight Phoenix, I don't know, maybe 40% of the times you draw it, 30%, it depends on the game, especially post-board situations where there's Graveyard Hate in play. Of course you can't cast the Phoenix, so maybe might want to add like another red source to the deck. I could see that, because just 2 Steam Vents is a bit low in that regard. Yeah, talk about the sideboard. By the way, this list is copied. I didn't change a thing. No, actually I did change a thing. I think the original list had it like this: Sleight of Hand and only 3 Bitter Triumph. But I feel like you need your discard outlets. There's a reason you play 4 Lightning Axe in every single Phoenix list. You just need a high quantity of discard outlets, and here we have 8. So yeah, I just wanted to add that Bitter Triumph. I think with Thoughtseize as another proactive 1-mana spell, you're not needed to play all 12 of these. I mean, it's nice to play all 12, to be honest, but it's not necessary, I think. Sheoldred, I guess you could cut. You could maybe cut a land to go down to 18 lands with 12 cantrips, but that's perhaps also unnecessary. Not sure about this Hive of the Eye Tyrant either, because, yeah, it really, like, Izzet Phoenix does not play any single land that does not produce blue mana, besides maybe like a one-off Spikefield Hazard. So 2 black lands already, it just kind of makes me, I don't know, makes me question things a little bit. Maybe just run it like this. This is usually what the normal list also do. They play like two islands and no mountain. They also have Temporal Trespass, I suppose, but yeah, I don't know, it's close, but I feel like single black could punish you a little bit. Anyways, let's talk about the sideboard real quick. We have some counter spells: Disdainful Stroke, Mystical Dispute, and Spell Pierce. Nice split there. And the Duress, Go Blank, which is absolutely phenomenal in the mirror match, of course. And then we have Kaito and Saheeli and Stormwing Entity, sort of in the Fable of the Mirror Breaker, Crackling Drake type of slot, just alternative threats that can deal some damage. Kaito being especially nice against blue-white control, as well as Saheeli, of course. And then Stormwing Entity, just a powerful play, can't be fatal pushed, a little bit specific, you know, and you do have more proactive 1-drops in this list, so you can enable it easier. I mean, this could theoretically be a main deckable card in certain formats or environments, because it can't be fatal pushed. It can't be Bone Crushed Giant. So it has to be dealt with like a go for the throat type of effect. And if they don't have it, you can just deal a lot of damage in the air with the prowess. So just a pretty good card, pretty hard to deal with. I guess it would fight for the Sheoldred slot. It does seem better than Sheoldred against red black midrange, because it doesn't die to fatal push. So yeah, that's something noteworthy. And then we have some sweepers in the sideboard, Extinction Event, Languish, and D-End. Not so sure about those, but yeah. Oh, I did forget to mention the Knight of Dust Shadow. Yeah, Amalia is one of the top decks in the format, and this just shuts off the deck. So if you have it in play, I guess you could hate in other ways. Like Path of Peril is a pretty good hate card against Amalia. But yeah, this one, if they don't have the Skyclave apparition for it, of course it will. Yeah, just handle them very easily. All right, that is Blue-Black Phoenix. Pretty spicy deck. Let's see if this plays out well. I'm excited. Love to play first. Okay, yeah, seems decent. Now already like a little bit of a interesting situation. Do you want to keep up push, or do you want to keep up Hive? Yeah, I mean, I think the answer is clear to that. We just go to consider. I mean, there's Llanowar Elf sees a lot less play, I suppose. Den of the Bugbear. I guess that could be red-black. It's interesting. I do need a third land. I think I'll keep it. Okay. So what I kind of want to do is I maybe want to slow roll my cards. Yeah, I think so. So I really don't want to play Shredder here and it just gets like dealt with. I don't know what my opponent's doing. They could, I don't know, they could be running Fatal Push, but you really wouldn't play Den of the Bugbear if you had a Fatal Push in your hand. Okay, so it's Goblins. Interesting. Until exile the top, you may cast it until the end of your next turn. It's a pretty annoying card, honestly. They get this turn and the next one to cast it. It's quite good against removal. Yeah, they just found another one. Super annoying. Oh well. Oh well. We just have to raise them. Might not be able to outgrind my opponent. Yeah, I'm just gonna discard the Phoenix. Yeah. All right, 2 Fables and the combo with the Chain Whirler here. I guess I could try this deck as well. Played against it already in the past. Yeah, I mean, I can't really disrupt this hand very much. I guess I'm just gonna take the call, so they can't play Fable, discard Chain Whirler, and draft my board. Yeah, seems like the obvious pick there. All right, they chose to go for the slower line because they also drew a 1-drop. Nice. Interesting. What do I do here? So I can go Sleight of Hand, then I have 6 cards in the bin after discarding this one. I really want to grow the size of this, I think. I could also discard the Steam Vents. Did I kill something? Kill this. This is a Lord after all, so it pumps everybody. I don't know. I'm not sure about that one. All right. Start with Sleight of Hand. Sheoldred, sure. And let's go opt. Yeah. Phoenix, let's go. Nice. Okay. So I have 7 in the bin. This would be my 6th. I guess I keep that. Sorry, that would be my 8th. I mean, I sort of counted minus the... Yeah, I don't know what I did there, but yeah. So now I can pay 2, get both Phoenixes back, or I can bid a Triumph. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this. This is a very powerful draw. Yeah, I mean, if your Ledger Shredder is unanswered, and you get 2 Phoenixes in the top like 18 cards or whatever, 15 cards, Phoenix can do some nasty things. It's just 10 damage in the air. My opponent... The only thing they can do here is they can kill a Phoenix with the Scamp. Yeah. And then I might not be able to get it back, I guess. That was super powerful. It's like just the power of Ledger Shredder. Look at this. It's a 4/6. It's a 4/6 flyer. It's just so insane. This card can be so freaking good. Yeah, basically, I think I have it already, right? I can mill 4, then I have 5 in the bin. Yeah, I think I got it, because I can discard 1 card with the Bitter Triumph. That gives me another card. Yeah, okay, easy peasy. I can... Yeah, it doesn't matter at this point. I can just take this. That's game. $11 damage in the air. Pretty impressive. Turn 5 kill. Yeah, I mean, Phoenix is a powerful deck with these type of draws, of course. I mean, that's just insanely good. All right. What is good here? I guess the sweepers, huh? Although they do have that Call of the Dark Dweller, which returns the Chain Dweller at least. Yeah, there's not much else. Thoughtseize seems reasonable. I don't hate it. The Entity also seems kind of nice. The bug is still there. All right. Here I would rather have Lightning Axe, of course, than Bitter Triumph. Bitter Triumph is better against Teferi, Hero of Dominaria, I guess. And it has more flexibility. Because you can just pay 3 life instead of discarding a card, so that's nice. Sheoldred seems pretty good against them, though. Like, I think besides the Death Touch shenanigans, they cannot really deal with it. So I don't feel inclined to cut that one, which leaves me without any bad cards, really. Yeah, I just don't have any bad cards. I don't know about the Extinction Event. It might not be good enough. I don't know. Bitter Triumph seems mediocre at best. But I also feel like if I don't have a Ledger Shredder, I might need it to discard. You know, if I don't have Ledger Shredder, it seems pretty good actually to have. So that's sort of, yeah, a little bit of a tension there. I really want Ledger Shredder on turn 2 in this matchup. I might mulligan a mediocre hand, because I feel like this is just a very racy matchup. And Ledger Shredder speeds up my deck. Yeah. I cannot really mulligan this, can I? It's just too solid of a hand. Well, there's my boy. I want to consider first, just fill up my graveyard as fast as possible. Interesting. It's very interesting. Much rather have a Fatal Push, that's for sure. This deck really wants your card to cost 1 mana. Like, if this would be a Lightning Axe, I would keep it. I might still keep it. Not sure. I'm not sure. Maybe I should have kept it. I don't know. Languish. Maybe it's better to just Thoughtseize here. And then play Shredder next turn and discard right away. Yeah. Alright, interesting. I mean, whatever I take, we can just get it back. If I take the Chain Whirler, they kind of have to use the call, which I'm sort of happy with. But I guess it's just better. It's just in any scenario, it's just better to take the other card. Alright. Maybe Thoughtseize is not what I want in this matchup. Dealing myself damage is painful. I go to 9. Interesting spot. I mean, I have this language, but I don't have the second black yet. So I can't really rely on it. So the pain is really getting me. 2 Shocklands and a Thoughtseize. That's 6 life already. Pain. Luckily didn't hit. Fable, okay. This Shredder into a 2/4 is pretty good here. It's either Triumph. I think it's just Treasure Cruise, I guess. I don't think I want that. All right. So I have to be a little careful. If they attack with this, they might have another Chain Whirler. Alright, well. Unfortunately, I missed the land drop there, which really would have been nice to hit the land. That's okay. What do they have? They have another call. Gonna get back the Horde Master. Yeah, you really don't want to be on the back foot in this game. I mean, you see me losing like 4 life to Watery Grave. Could have been at 11. Got dealt a lot of damage this game. Sheoldred. It's a way to catch back up. Tough. So many expensive cards. But I really want to keep all of them. I mean, Languish is a way I can just clean up the entire board here. So I also want to keep the Sheoldred for after. I think the Bitter Triumph just won't cut it here, will it? If I have to go Treasure Cruise next turn, then I guess I could Bitter Triumph with something else. Maybe just consider. And I'm gonna, if I don't draw a black land, I'm just gonna Treasure Cruise. And then what? I mean, Bitter Triumph seems pretty horrendous against these Horde Masters. Yeah, really, I was really hoping to draw black there. Doesn't really matter what I keep, I believe. There's no Fiery Impulse in this deck that I have to keep spells for. Alright. Brutal. Where's the second black? Okay. So I'm at 7. Kill this. Block here. Take 4. Kill this. Block here. Take 5, I guess. Block here. If I consider here, I run into the risk of... I think what I have to do is I just have to... It's just so brutal. But yeah, just have to luck a little bit here, I think. Maybe just discard that. There's the black, a bit too late. Just don't hit. Okay, no hits. I guess if they draw land, I'm just dead. So I need them to draw. Because they have the den, I need them to draw like some goblin. Then I languish. With a 4/6 in play. So they drew a non-land. They go down to 3. Yeah, I mean, I could win this game. Not a land off the top. Okay, that doesn't technically do much. Alright. I'm fine. I'm fine. So I do want to consider here to trigger my Shredder again. But now I'm fine. What do I find? Okay, Skirk, Cacophony, that's it. Alright. Trigger Shredderino. Discard lands. I'm gonna go Sheoldred Orb next turn, gain 4 life. Don't think I want that. Okay. Amazing. Wow. Sort of a pretty tough spot. Looks like we're winning, maybe? Could die to another Scamp, I guess. Or a pump for the Scamp. So that's just lethal. So I need to dodge this turn and then gain 4 life. Oh no, that's not a good sign. Damn it. So close to stabilizing. They found something. Oh yeah, they can just den off the Bugbear here. That's pretty smart. Alright, well played. 1 life point. If one of these Watery Graves or something like that would have been a non-damage source. Thoughtseize kinda mediocre there. Dealing me damage. Pretty rough. So what did I cut? I guess I cut a Sheoldred. I think I'm just gonna cut the Thoughtseize. I think this card would be quite good. Just gonna run 2 Thoughtseize for now. Just play it like this. That was a close game. Yeah, never give up. I mean, that looked pretty grim. Missed the land drop on turn 4, you know. Didn't find the second black for the Languish for like, it felt like forever. And almost still won that game. So yeah, never give up. This hand is pretty mediocre, but I think it's reasonable enough. Like I go Prankster, turn 2. And then I go Shredder into a 1-drop, hopefully. Shredder seems to be the most important card in the matchup. So good. So good. And was tanking there for a long time. Not sure what to do, I suppose. This deck does play less black sources than the Izzet Phoenix list plays red sources, because you're making room for 2 Steam Vents. They always have it. It's a very strong lord. Very, very good. Alright, well, I guess I'll take a Thoughtseize. Only one black. Not great. Not great here. Yeah, maybe you have to improve the mana base a little bit. Just you can't play 2 basics, maybe just 1 basic. Like second game in a row where I'm struggling on black mana. You only run 12 sources, so it's not a lot. Do I Thoughtseize? Do I deal with the Horde Master now? What could go wrong? Just Thoughtseize, I don't know. Can't really deal me damage on the ground right now. There's a second black. I like that. Interesting. I guess I have to take the Fable. Yeah. So what they can do is they can, if they draw a, no, they don't have to, no, they do have to mana. If they draw a Scamp, they can reanimate the Scamp with Call and then shoot my Ledger Shredder after sacking it to the Skirk. And by also drawing a card in that process. But this is perfect for me. I can now go Fatal Push on the Horde Master. I know they have a land on top. Then I can kill the Snoop off. They will be able to return one of them, but... Alright, there's a Scamp on top. Damn. Yeah, I mean, I can't really do anything about that. I think I just kill this. They will be able to kill my Shredder, I guess, next turn with the Scamp. So I'm just going to discard a land. And Treasure Cruise? What do I consider first? I have 8 in the bin, so I can just Treasure Cruise first, I guess. Is there any reason to do that first? I just have more information about my hand, I guess. That's the reason. And then afterwards I can consider with 3 more cards in hand, so I know better what I need and what I don't need. Okay. I could also keep the consider for next turn. It's not entirely unreasonable. I will, like, what will happen here? They will play Scamp, sack it, shoot face, get 2 guys back, plus Scamp, give Scamp Death Touch, kill my Shredder. I mean, there's no reason to play it right now, honestly. There's 0 reason to play it right now, to be honest, yeah. You can just attack with both. Go into the race mode and keep finding more Phoenixes. Yeah, they're doing exactly what I thought they would be doing. I could consider first. I think I'm going to. In case I find a Phoenix, and then I can discard the Phoenix. Opt. I'm gonna keep that. Alright, so they're gonna kill off my Shredder likely. Yeah. Then they have a Blackleaf Cliffs on top. And they have only a Snoop left. So if I Languish, they will lose their Snoop. And draw Blackleaf Cliffs. They don't want to do it, huh? Interesting. I think what's actually the smartest to do here is to attack first, right? Yeah, just attack first. Yeah, what are they gonna do? They do it. They want to discard this. Yeah, just attack first, I guess. They likely just kill my guy, though, right? It's already super wrong, I believe, to do this not right away. Just giving me the opportunity to loot is unnecessary. I guess I get punished a little bit for doing this my way here. Because theoretically I could have also cast Languish, and then with Languish on the stack, holding priority, I could have opted. And then discard the Phoenix. I don't get it back, but it's in my graveyard, and I've drawn an extra card essentially. Now I decided to attack first. Maybe I should have just attacked with the Phoenix. That would have been funny. Because then I get my free damage in. Because if I Languish first, I won't get my free damage in. Yeah. Feels like my opponent gave me a window, which they never should have. They should have always killed my guy in my turn in the end anyways. So I guess if I look at it that way, then if my opponent would have played correctly, I would have never even had to think about this. But I guess because my opponent played incorrectly, I could have exploited that and just attacked with the Phoenix. Maybe they still don't kill my guy, maybe, and then I go Languish, opt, and would have gotten the loot and drawn an extra card, which would have been great for me. Alright, well, I think I just Languish and that's it. I played the wrong land then. I should have played Watery Grave. This whole thing just was a little bit of a dance because it was an onboard trick and my opponent could activate it at any moment. I got a little greedy, I guess, by attacking first. They didn't want to engage. Alright, that's good. Alright, well, could have gotten 2 Phoenixes back. Doesn't matter. Alright, that's both are pretty insane. Guess drawing free cards is slightly better though. Oh, there's the Steam Vents. 10 life over there. Yeah, this game's done. Right, and I could draw a Call of the Death Dweller and do some shenanigans again, but this game's pretty over. Alright, so far so good. In this particular matchup, you're probably better off running red. But there's other matchups where it's not better to run red, so the opponent hasn't conceded yet. I'm just gonna activate this hall. Now they need like an actual kill spell. They drew it. Alright. Not bad. I could have cast a Phoenix as well, but it felt like a higher likelihood that they have an answer for a 2 toughness creature than all. Alright, cool. Good. Yeah, decent showing. I mean, Phoenix, I think this is sort of a matchup that's just good for Phoenix. They play creatures and you just kill a creature at a time, then draw 3 cards and then, you know, do your thing. They didn't really play any hate cards either, so. Play first, yes please. Totally fine. I'm going to pass again with Consider. I think Consider is the one you want to play first to fill up your graveyard. Also waiting to see what your opponent is running is kind of nice. I could have considered a response there, but I think they would just take the Prankster anyways. Yeah. So green-black, mid-range, I guess. Okay. Alright, well, it's a discard outlet. But yeah, this is the type of situation where having red mana is pretty important. You just play a 3/2. Oh, it's Greasy. Greasy Fang. Grease Fang. I think I'm gonna take the hit. Maybe not. It's like I could keep the 1 mana spell in case there's gonna be a situation in the future where I want to multicast, you know? And then get Phoenixes back. But, ooh, no. What is this? Okay, I guess they're helping me a little bit here, but now I'm out of answers for Greasefang, so that's not good. All right, let's go. Come on, Sleight of Hand, do it. Do your thing. Oh, baby, let's go. That's wonderful. That's exactly what I was looking for. Do I play my land first? I think I might. Does it matter? No, not really. I was thinking if, like, I can always put it on black if I find, like, 2 black spells. If I find, like, double Thoughtseize, for example. I can always put this on black and then, you know, I have black mana. Okay. Cool. Nice. Well, no nothing, I guess. Yeah, I could play the Darkslick, but I'd rather bluff Bitter Triumph. Yeah, I guess that's what I got. All right, no greasy. Live another day. I can bounce a Grease Fang for a turn now. No, nothing? Wow, okay. Well, I got nothing either. Both just flooding. Okay. All right, well. Prankster? Treasure Cruise. For 5. I can hit Thoughtseize and Bitter Triumph. All right. Just pay 3 life here. I hope they don't have the Castaway card. Looks like they don't. Ooh, let's go. All right, now we're talking. I'm gonna do this first. We hit a Consider, sure. Yeah, no thank you. I'm just looking for a bit of Triumph, I guess. When you do this, it does feel somewhat broken. All right, there it is. So, I mean, now I feel pretty safe. I think the hand has to be pretty bad. If I would have another black mana, I would keep this. But I don't, so I think it's a bin. They do have some sort of removal spell? They're getting priority here. Vanishing Verse? That would be pretty good. Oh, they play Bitter Triumph, sure. Okay, this game's done, pretty much. They go to 9. I mean, yeah, we'll see, I guess. They have to run a Absent Grease. They have to run a Grease Fang here. That's fine. Ooh, Takenuma. Well, but they can't activate it, so. I think I'm not gonna cast any of these cantrips. All right, cool. That was a weird game. Anyways, I mean, Go Blank is good. I guess the end is gonna be good too. This thing seems pretty alright. Spell Pierce? Nah. I mean, it does a little bit. Duress, maybe. I always do this, and now it's just bugged. Alright, well, I think Sheoldred is just unnecessary here. Push seems pretty medium as well. Doesn't kill the Grease Fangs, so yeah. Like, one downside to this deck is that push is not very easily enabled compared to Rakdos midrange. So like a lot worse than it would be in Rakdos midrange. Yeah, I might play this. You could convince me into just playing like a Mystic Dispute even. To counter the Greasy. Duress. Spell Pierce. Spell Pierce for like turn 2 Grizzly Salvage. Ezika's Chariot, turn 4. This thing just gets the job done. I also have to tap out though. I'm gonna leave it as is. Yeah, sure. I mean, in this particular matchup, I think I'd rather am on the. Let's go with this. In case I draw a Hall of the Storm Giants, it's better to play this. Well, that hand is terrible against me. In this matchup, I think oh, wow. You'd love to see it, wow. Yeah. Rip me, the hearse off the top. Damn, son. Wow. Well, yeah. Not having a braid, not having access to the red counterplay to something like a hearse is pretty huge, actually. That is a huge downside of playing black. What am I even opting into? I'm not prepared for this. I think I'm not gonna opt. I got rewarded, wasn't I? That was a really good decision to not opt. I was thinking, like, I don't even know what I'm looking for, and in case I draw Shredder, it would be very nice to keep the opt. They can just Fatal Push it, though. Yeah. Yeah, the Hearse is brutal. Also, like, these Phoenixes, I could just hardcast them if I'm blue-red, but I guess that's kind of decent. Better than a random card, yeah. It's a 2-for-1 after all. Yeah, these Phoenixes, I could just easily hardcast them as well against Graveyard Hate, so against Artifact Graveyard Hate, this version of Phoenix is a lot worse. Against Rest in Peace, neither of the two can really do anything, so oh wow. Well, that does help a lot. I wish I wouldn't have discarded the Phoenix. No, I wish I would have discarded the Res or Fatal Push. Maybe I should have just discarded Fatal Push, but Fatal Push deals with the Hearse if it, you know, if they draw Raffine's Informant or something. They might also have Chariot in their hand. Maybe I should have the Rest first here, honestly. Maybe that was a bit greedy, actually. Because, oh, they forgot to activate the Hearse. Wow. Cool, I guess. Yeah, that was greedy, because if they would have drawn a land and slammed down a Chariot, I think I should have just Duress and Prankstered. Okay, well, not putting the Pavilion in a bin. Alright, cool. I guess I could have put the Pavilion in the bin, actually, because I have a Hive. The Flankers is wild. I guess it's not terrible. I don't need to keep up the Triumph because there's no vehicle. Okay, cool. And now I have a bit of a clock going. They're out of Fatal Pushes. I have the Hive as well. So yeah, I'm easily winning this game, I guess, despite the Hearse, because they just crippled on mana. And they also, like, Fatal Push, I don't know. Like, is that actually a card you want in this matchup? Maybe not. So I could activate the Hive. Put him to 7. Play it a little slower. Because next turn they can flanker, gain 2 life. That's the only way they can beat this. I guess they could They could draw a Greasefang, play Raffine's Informant, draw a Plains, discard Saheeli, and play Greasefang. That would be a way to lose. It's very unlikely, but I'm so far ahead at this point. I think I can play around unlikely scenarios. That's definitely good to do. They probably should have done it in the upkeep in the first place. But that's okay, I guess. Reason being Treasure Cruise, of course. So I do want a Treasure Cruise, but I think I'm not going to. It's just unnecessarily risky. Again, I think I only lose this game. Okay. I want to scry in the upkeep. I only lose this game to Greasefang. So I don't want to give them the window of like tapping, of going Prankster into Cruise and not having Bitter Triumph up. And not being able to do the, to prevent Raffine's Informant drawing into Greasefang into Plains. And by Plains, I mean any white source. Simplified. So they just scryed and gained some life. That's whatever. They activate the hearse, I can just kill it, which is nice. Just gonna take a consider. Cast it. Yeah, they do it in the upkeep now, which is the right thing to do. I wasn't actually paying attention how they scried, to be fair. So I think they bottomed. I'm not sure. Oh, you can also Thoughtseize yourself, by the way. So you can Thoughtseize yourself and put a Phoenix in the bin that way. It's gonna come up in a rare situation where you have to deal the final points of damage somehow and just Thoughtseize yourself, discard a Phoenix. I'm at 16. This matchup is probably even better. Or is it Phoenix? Because Fiery Impulse and Lightning Axe are both excellent. Bitter Triumph is a lot worse than a 1-mana option. But yeah, Greasefang shouldn't really be a deck anyways. It's quite poorly positioned, I think. Like, it's pretty bad against Is It Phoenix? I don't know how it is against Amalia. Amalia can just kill you with their combo. But Greasefang almost kills you in 2 turns. I don't know. Also, Graveyard hate is kind of high because Phoenix is a deck. And Amalia also uses the Graveyard, so all that Graveyard hate attacks your Greasefang deck too. And this deck doesn't really get anything exciting new. I mean, this card is kind of whatever. I don't even know if it's any like good. My opponent might just be trying it. All right, well, Blue-Black Phoenix showing its quality so far. First, we're playing against Yorion. This is a good hand against the Yorion deck. I assume it's blue-white control. Could be one of 5-color enigmatic. Some sort of value pile. Here, this version of Phoenix has to be better, right? Because you are playing Thoughtseize over like red removal. Indafa Triumph, okay. I think we're just gonna Prankster now. It's like they might run Dovin's Veto, I just don't want to get hit by that. Up the beanstalk, okay. Just play Otawara, do it again. Sleight of Hand or Bitter Triumph. Could Treasure Cruise, why not, I guess. I have to discard to hand size, but that's actually fine. It's actually perfect for me. So I really wanted to find a Thoughtseize, to be honest with you, but I haven't found that yet. Okay, we're playing instead an enigmatic deck. So you're taking enigmatic or Fires of Invention out of the hand. It's gonna be pretty important. So I'm really gonna dig towards those. Nope. Dig towards the Thoughtseize, I mean. Shredder a little late to the party. Nope. Man, I've seen a lot of cards in my deck already. No Thoughtseize. There it is. Nice. It's crazy. Like, this is turn 4 and we've gone through 25 cards in the deck. Via Prankster, milling 8. Alright, cool. Yeah, I guess I'll just take the fires, yeah. The Yorion is kind of scary too. But they have a Yorion anyways, so like I think it doesn't make a huge difference. Like if I take this Yorion, they can play Fires. Fires is just more scary. Fires is so much more powerful. Yeah, this is fine. Alright, alright. So my Treasure Cruise is not very enabled right now. What I can do here, which is kind of weird. I can play Shredder, play Fatal Push on my own Phoenix, just to get a card in the bin, and trigger my Shredder. This Shredder is probably gonna die to this Fateful Absence. But I feel like I really do just want to deal damage. So I think I'm gonna discard my Shredder. Maybe discard a Bitter Triumph rather. Maybe. Alright, so cool. Now we can Treasure Cruise. For 1. That was good. That was good. I'm glad I saw that line. Okay. 3 tap lands to choose from. Guess the Hive. I have 3 blue already, so I think that should be fine with 2 black there. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe, yeah. Close, I guess. I mean, might need 4 blue next turn, so maybe that was unnecessary. Small things, but you know, like these small things can decide games. Magic is that type of game. So, like, what high-level pros have, maybe where high-level pros have an edge over, you know, more regular players, is that they really think about what lands they play each turn. And really, especially in like older formats like Modern, where you really map out like how do you perfectly don't take too much damage and also cast all your spells on time. And also make sure that you cast the spells that you might draw. That's I mean, you can always see your hand, right? But you always also have to think about your deck, what's in the deck, and what you could draw, etc., and so on. Like right now, it looks pretty fine. You know, 2 Swarms might not be a big issue, but the more blue cards I draw, the more it might become an issue. So yeah, but this is going to be okay, I think. If one of these untapped lands would be, if one of these lands would be untapped, I would be really happy because then I could deploy a Shredder, play Consider, and then I could also try to find an untapped land, to be fair. I'm gonna have a lot of looks at it. I think I'm gonna risk it. It's gonna work out pretty badly if it doesn't work out. Oh, there it is. Nice. Did a Triumph. I probably made a slight mistake there as well. I should have discarded a land with this one and discarded the Phoenix with this one. And I also made another mistake. I should have cast the Opt with the second Shredder trigger on the stack still. Yeah. Yeah, that was a mistake. Because then I could have discarded another Phoenix and attacked for lethal. Thoughtseize. I think I'm going to keep that, yeah. Alright. Okay. Just take the Yorion. Take this. Draw some cards. The Yorion is just gonna, they're just gonna die if they play Yorion. Guess I discard. Nah, I guess I pay 3 life. Yeah. If I would have played a little tighter, I could have opted with the triggers on the stack. And then could have hit another Phoenix and discarded it. I mean, now I hit a Thoughtseize, which was also kind of nice to just make sure there's nothing. If I play Yorion here, they're just super dead, so. I mean, I could have taken the Fateful Absence as well. Yeah, I just don't think there's a way. They need a sweeper, essentially. There's just no way they win here otherwise. Okay. Leyline Binding is not enough. Nothing's enough. I don't even know why they're still playing. Fog. Is Fog legal in Arena? 1 mana. Prevent all combat damage. Okay. Alright. Duress, I suppose. Mystical Dispute, Disdainful Stroke, Spell Pierce for sure. Fatal Push, nope. Sheoldred, I think, is not that great here. Against Leyline Binding and Co. and friends. Do you even say and Co? In German, you say, like, when you say something and da 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 da, and like likewise or similar, you say and Co. I don't think you do that in German. In English, you just say, like, I don't know what you say. Whatever. Maybe one of you guys could tell me. I think I can lower my number of triumphs, maybe down to 3. Kind of like the idea of a Kaito. I'm considering Saheeli, I'm considering Entity. That's basically it. The Enigmatic deck usually doesn't play sweepers, so I think the Stormwing is just better than like Saheeli. Saheeli you want against blue-white. But I think the Enigmatic, I mean, they might play Temporary Lockdown, but I don't think so, because they have a bunch of 2-mana enchantments that they would blow up with a Lockdown, and Lockdown doesn't make much sense against the Phoenix decks either. Go Blank is technically something I could do. The End, I don't see it. It just doesn't make any sense. No, I think this is a good configuration. I don't really have any terrible cards in my main deck either. Like the Triumph is my worst card, I guess. But it also seems pretty decent. Yeah, just having some removal, I guess, is good. They do run Fabled, actually, where Fatal Push would be quite nice. But yeah, I do like this version of Phoenix a lot more against decks like these. Like, Thoughtseize is great here compared to Fiery Impulse. Although I guess the normal Izzet variant does play cards that are good against this type of deck in the main deck instead of the Thoughtseize, right? I guess I'll take the Cleric. It does play like Spell Pierces and Izzet Charms maybe or stuff like that. Well, this deck has the same amount of removal, right? It plays, instead of Lightning Axe, it plays Bitter Triumph. Instead of Fiery Impulse, it plays the other one, Fatal Push. I'm just gonna shock myself. Make sure I have the best mana possible here. And decide on this later if I need to. Beanstalk was a nice draw there off the top. I think I would have taken a Beanstalk in that situation. They didn't want to return to Yorion, which is very interesting. Just gonna take the Thoughtseize, I guess. There's 2 unknowns. Doesn't really make much sense to play Shredder this turn. So they do have that Fateful Absence to answer it immediately, so I'm just gonna pass, play Prankster. Alright. So I'll take the Absence. I guess they want to cycle, huh? And now my mana is good enough, I don't need to play Watery Grave there. Come on, Phoenix. A stroke. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I guess I'm gonna keep that up. Up the Beanstalk is so good against counter spells. They draw a second one upon me saying that. Jinxed it. Yeah, my draw is quite slow, but I mean that's what the Phoenix deck sometimes just is. It's just a slow deck. Oh wow, nice. That is so freaking good, right? I might just lose this game, honestly. Double Beanstalk plus Leyline Binding is so broken. That goes in the bin. I think everything starts with a treasure cruise. And then I can decide how to proceed. If I would have hit a 1-drop, I could have played that plus opt and keep up the stroke. I didn't. So I think I'm just going to play the entity and pass the turn. Not sure if I want that. Not sure how this game is going to go that I need that. I'm going to stroke the Yorion likely. Oh, yeah. Interesting thing I can do here actually is I can put a stop in my upkeep and then Prankster the Phoenix away. I guess if they don't play anything, I'm just going to Prankster in the end step anyways. But yeah, I'm just going to put a stop in case I have Disdainful Stroke here. They know about the Disdainful Stroke, so they might play around it. I suppose they're not going to play around it. Interesting. Okay. I also have Shredder, so I can discard theoretically, but I think I'm just gonna do this. Treasure Cruise, let's go. Oh yeah, I like that one. And if you just let this deck have its graveyard, it's so messed up. Verdict. Deputy of Detention. Omnath plus Fable Passage. Oof. So I've cast Prankster, Cruise, and a Thoughtseize. I can keep up the Triumph for the Omnath or the Deputy, I guess. That's 12, 8. So let me see the mana situation. So they have Mountain, Blue, White, Red. Because they're going to tap these 4, and then they have Indafa and this up. So this can fetch an blue to play this. If they play Omnath, they can generate a lot of mana. They can even play both of these in the same turn and exile my entire board state. I'm not sure what I should do. I have one more Triumph in my deck, I believe. Yeah. That's it. And an Otawara? No, Otawara is gone. It's in the graveyard, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, we'll just pass. And I'm not exactly sure which of the two I should kill. To go up to 12, then they play Deputy. I kill the Deputy. And then I have 9 power in the air. I need to triple spell. If I kill the Omnath, they get rid of the Phoenixes. And I need to quadruple. I need to have 5 spells. So I guess I'll leave the Omnath be. That was a weird sentence. I'll leave the Omnath be. I'll let the Omnath be. Sorry, not a native English speaker. Excuse me? Huh. Very interesting. Okay. So they've drawn an instant. Huh. I guess I'm just gonna kill the Omnath then. I'm at 6 actually. Holy cow, how am I so low? What happened? Oh my god. Just dealt myself that much damage. Oh, that's hilarious. 14 damage by myself, that's a record. Damn. Just don't know what to do. Maybe I just untap. Not a treasure cruise, okay. Ugh, yeah. Okay, let's start with Opt. The crack. Don't want it to gain 4 life, you know. I mean, looks like they don't have anything. That was a weird line to take, but if they're playing around removal, I can always do this. And then they just die to 3 spells. Yeah, I think that was just wrong. I think what I should have done is they should have just played the Deputy as well. They can just crack the passage. If I kill the Omnath, they can still get the island, play the Deputy, get rid of 2 Phoenixes, and sort of try to win that way. The line they took clearly did not work out because I was thinking. Not like them. It's like also if I have end of turn Bitter Triumph, I just don't know what they were thinking. Like they just can't beat removal in that situation. But they can beat it if they play Deputy, right? Maybe they can beat it. No, maybe. Yeah, actually. No. They probably cannot beat removal either. Like they're dead. They're dead. But this way, I guess if they cannot beat removal, they can also take this line. But isn't it better to just if you cannot beat removal in any situation here, isn't it just better to try? Yeah, no, 100%. Hear me out on this. So if you cannot beat removal here, you play Omnath, Fable Passage, crack it, get those extra 4 mana, play Deputy, exile the Phoenixes, play Glasskull Mimic, copy Deputy, exile the Stormwing. So in that case, you are going for the highest upside play, exiling my entire board state, just hoping I don't have a bit of triumph, and you're maybe winning this game. My opponent chose to go for a line that also loses to removal, wins again, like lets him live against no removal, but is a lot worse than the other line. I mean, the other line, I guess, loses to Fatal Push is maybe what they were thinking, because if they exile something from my board, I get Revolt enabled, and then I can Fatal Push the Deputy. So maybe they were playing around Fatal Push this way. I suppose they were. Yeah. I don't know. I think in their situation, being this desperate, I would just play my hand out there. Yeah, they had the Verdict post board, which definitely was scary, but Thoughtseize. Big one. So here we see a major reason to play Blue-Black Phoenix over Izzet Phoenix. You just have better interaction against a deck like this, right? Instead of counterspells, you have Thoughtseize, which I think is a good amount better. Yeah. So yeah, pretty nice, pretty nice. Okay, well, I think that was enough of a showcase of the deck. Clean 3-0. Pretty strong deck. I mean, it's not that much different than Phoenix, the normal Phoenix, and plays very strong cards, so, and it has the Treasure Cruise engine. All in all, really, really nice. Also, cool to see Stormwing Entity back again. I played that at a Pro Tour in Historic, I believe, a while ago. Pretty nice card, actually. Just not that bad, but just doesn't see any play these days. I guess there's just other better options in that sort of sideboard slot that you see in the red-black and in the red-blue Izzet Phoenix deck. But yeah, here you don't have those options, so you're going back to Entity, which is nice. There's also a card in the new set that might fill that slot. I think it's called Steam Core Scholar. I think we're going to see some amount of play from that card. It's like a 3-mana 2/2 flyer Vigilance. When then it's the battlefield, it draws 2 cards, and then you discard 2, or you discard 1 instant or sorcery. So it's like a 3-mana blue card advantage flyer. So super strong. Base value. Very good against Graveyard Hate, of course. Just discard that Treasure Cruise when you don't need it. Pretty good sideboard card, I think, for a deck like this. Alright, guys. Thank you for watching, as always. And yeah, I'm going to have a little bit more Explorer content coming up very soon.